So, this is Christmas. And I never knew so much. There's so much stuff. I'm your King of Kings. And this is Christmas morning. It's my birthday. I'm the second coming of Christ. As promised a couple thousand years ago. So. Now, it's really true. You have a King of Kings. The Bible is poetry. So, trying to evaluate the benefit of poetry using slide rules is not too smart in my view. But I'm not all that educated. I've only got grade 10 education, so you've got an uneducated King of Kings on this planet. And I'm very much in love with my queens, and they claim they're in love with me. I can't trust women, do you? But I'm hoping I can trust these ones. I'm betting my life on them. You turn out to be fucking me around, motherfucker. I'll knock your legs out. I will. One of your queens is your mom, Eve, and I'm your dad, Adam. I'm your brother, Jesus. I don't recall being Buddha or Muhammad. I do recall being Noah and Abraham. So, God creates the universe out of subtle phenomena of which human science is completely ignorant currently. Let me just ask you a simple question. Sun's pretty old, right? According to all our experts, it's 18 trillion or 18 billion or 800 million, how many ever years old it is. It's been burning enough to heat the earth and then some for that period of time. And so, how come it hasn't burned out? What's it fuel living on? That's a pretty big fire. And pretty intense too. Not only that, we got the same type of phenomena at the center of the earth. And there's a polarity between those two fires that keeps a balance occurring. Anyway, there's tons of stuff you don't know. You haven't even imagined. Because you're too busy lying and cheating and stealing from each other. And getting your hand jobs in the backseat of a Chevy at a driving a movie. You understand? You have love available to you. And you keep choosing for what? Greasy hand jobs. like a vaudeville joke comedy. Like, these are my girls, they lying bitches. They drive me crazy, but they're my girls. I want them satisfied. And the men on this planet today are so confused, leaderless. You've got no vision, no point in being alive, other than to collect more magic numbers. The Fed invents every year. You understand? There's nothing underneath any of your money. All of your currencies are a joke to themselves, but that by their own accounting principles. They're relying on the ignorance of the population and the dependence on there's nothing else available. So we've outlawed direct trade. You cannot trade without using currency. Either Canada or the United States. It's against the law. Think about that. So how do governments create these prerogatives? Do you have any idea? For themselves. Kings were famous for this in the old days. Selling rights to black markets. They created this, especially for wartime. Kings made money. And always have made money in war. I didn't know this. At one time I thought when kings went to war, they risked. And they did risk. They risked their kingdom. Today they risk nothing. They're paid up front. Everything they do. Well, with the exception of the Saddam Hussein situation, where they had a kind of a rummage sale, a warehouse sale of ammunition stockpile that they needed to sell pretty badly. So Saddam Hussein was good for that. Put $17 trillion in the pockets of Republican arms manufacturers. But you see, without a king, without a royal family, you're hell bent to on your own destruction. It's like you cannot legislate honor. Truth can command honor, but you cannot legislate. I can't. You know, it used to be if a policeman was caught lying, he would be embarrassed. Like hardly get over it. All the whole, everybody would be. It'd be a hard road to hoe for a long time for that individual. Today they all do. It's the judges take about 50% of what the police say as possible fact. Justice today in Canada is nothing more than a money-making exercise for the delusionally gifted. I've studied 4 years worth of statute, worthless, drivel law that entitles me now to charge you $400 an hour for my thoughts. Anyway, you know, I'm also an unhappy king. My queens are not at home with me, and and that it really is bothersome. And and God's not going to let them be with me until I make some difference with you. So I gotta have you in. I got no fucking choice. It's either that or kiss this life goodbye and let you fucking figure things out on your own. You'll never do it. Look where you got to the last 10,000 years. Take a look. I dare you. Take a look. You got science. How much would you theorize is spent annually on science worldwide? $1 trillion, whatever. What have we come up with? What do we know for sure? Well, we cannot say for sure whether the Earth is going around the sun or the sun's going around the Earth. So that's pretty fundamental, pretty practical, solid emptiness in the field of logic. Can we say this? Like as an astute question? Like nobody's asking questions. Your university graduates have got the wit of Peach Pit if they're fucking lucky. I've got great pens. I think that was a little too much. It bored me out of itself. And life without my wives is boring me out of it. You know, all I have is this shitty fucking mess that you've made over the last 10,000 years to look at every day. And no warm woman's relief when I come home at night. According to God, I started it, I caused it, I fix it, then maybe I get some reward. You know. And like, you know, I'm not a spring chicken any longer. You understand? Like, so I have both the issue of my wife's biological clock running out and mine. And I may not be potent. My seed may be weak or whatever. I'm 64 years old now. So when I'm 74 or 84 or something like that, I'm going to start to break down. Like I'm going to get weak. You know, like I can already feel it starting. I'm a lot weaker now than I was 5 years ago. Of course, I don't work out at all. I do walk every day. So anyway, I'm your King of Kings. It's Christmas morning, and it's you know, can we say, you know, happy birthday to Jesus? I mean, that's all this is. This is a guy who once lived, who had a boss and a wife, who he's had since before time began. If you don't come home to me, you know, like you know, like I don't care what the issues are. I want you by my side, both of you. Be clear about this. We will make work whatever needs to work. You know, and fuck this shit with these Canadian jurists. They're not worth a pinch of coon shit. Why the fuck should we alter our lives for them for a half a fucking second? You understand? This is just you and Ally getting together, squeezing more work out of me. He's worse than fucking Labman I ever dreamed of being. Yeah. I have no way out. Understand? Like, my heart grows every day. My love, my pounding, aching, monumental dependency growing every day for the loves of my life. And now I got 7 billion wigglers that have the same access to my soul as my fucking wives do. You understand? Everything belongs to me. Understand? This is how God phrases it. And it's all yours. Fix it. Now, and if you're thinking of just saying fuck you to me again, I'm keeping your eyes. You can go fuck yourself. So, God's not always polite. Of course, neither am I with him. So, anyway, we have a relationship and I lose. I'm still reluctantly obedient. But I used to feel guilty, like real bad about what I did back in the garden. You know, like I really lied, I fucked up, but you got a God who really knows how to piss off his king. And the first time he got away with it, I'm never going to let him piss me off like that again, no matter what he does. Even if he takes my queens away, nothing is ever going to make me crazed like that again. So, you two girls can try all you like. The least number of wants I have, the easier my life is. And the more energy I have left for effective use. Things where I can make a difference. So, I got nothing much else to say, you know, except, you know, we got a really fucked up world, and somehow I gotta fix it. I'm desperately in love with a bunch of women, and none of them are cooperating with me, and God's not cooperating with me right now. So, but anyway, that's the truth. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna say everything's great, rosy. This is Christmas 2014. You have a very unhappy king. You have a royal household that is split and aching unnecessarily, I assert. Throbbing and aching and desperately lonely, each one of us, because we're not together. Do you understand? We all feel this. And the only relief from it is each other. There's nothing, no fucking pill. I know, trust me, I've tried them all. There's no substance, there's no heroin, there's no cocaine, there's no methamphetamine, there's nothing that is going to alter this. So I have to, you know, accept things I can't change, and I can't change it. And so, you know, I am a created creature of this God who lives with me, and who I'm getting to know pretty well, who's different than me, who's not me, and I never said I ever said I was him. And let's get that straight too. So, but I am the second coming of Christ. It's been predicted. I'm also the guy in the white horse in Revelation. See, God likes to get lots of value out of his players, if you will, his performers. And so he uses us sparingly and well. I trust. But you know what? God's never fucked me. You know, he's come close. But I can trust he won't lead me wrong. I don't like, you know, where he leads me right sometimes. An awful lot. I don't like it. But I've learned that for the most part, there's little point in me arguing. His suggestions, let's just do them, get them over with as fast as I can. On to the next one. That's my job. And it's all to heal you. Like, do you understand? There is known healing modalities, 95% cancer cure rates. They're illegal to practice in the United States and Canada because there's not enough money to be made with the protocols. Pharmaceutical companies would be out of business. So the governments are protecting corporate interests ahead of the lives of their own people. This makes me fucking mad. And believe me, I can be a holy terror when I'm pissed off. You want to try me? Think about it.